Hello, welcome to the WWE Friday Night Smackdown Rundown, 30th of October 2020. I am joined again by Ellie. How are you today?
Hello, Tom. I'm doing alright today.
Glad to hear it. We start with the Universal Champion Roman Reigns
Yes, indeed.
getting to the ring and discussing what happened on Sunday night. He's like, you quit. And then J Uso's like, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. And Roman's like, I love you. I have always loved you. I'll say this last time. By the end of the night, you will fall in line. It was a really good opening promo, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I love this opening segment. It was a great opening in my opinion. I'd probably give it a solid 8.5 out of 10.
I will agree with you. 8.5 out of 10. Definitely really good opening promo. We then go to Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler with Robert Roode to qualify for the Survivor Series team. Kevin Owens won with a stunner. The match was alright.
Yeah, it was alright match. Could have been better. I'd probably give it maybe like a 2.4 out of 5.
Gonna give it a 2 out of 5.
Yeah, the match didn't really offer too much. It's like, it's just there. The show wouldn't change much without the match. It's just.
Then we move on to Corey Graves having an interview with Lars Sullivan where he starts talking about, I'm being called a freak. When I was a kid, people bullied me and I was crying about it. Then I beat them up and they were screaming. Then Corey's like, what do you want to achieve in WWE? And he's like, I want to make this place my personal hell on earth. You know what? It came across as really shit.
Yeah.
Lars Sullivan cannot talk. He is not very good at promos. And it's proved.
Yeah, he isn't really.
Generally, they need to make him a silent monster that doesn't actually talk. Like The Undertaker and Kane used to be.
Yeah. It should be more like that rather than doing promos.
Yeah, this I'm just going to give this a 1 out of 10. It really put me off wanting to see anything else from Lars Sullivan, even if
I'd give it maybe a 4 out of 10, so I'm not being too harsh, but still, it's a bit of a meh segment for me. Kind of bad.
Then we see Buddy Murphy and Aaliyah backstage. Buddy said, I'm going to apologise to your family in front of the world. And she's like, do you want to do this? And he's like, I have to. This sets up for something later in the night. Not going to rate it, but important to mention. Then we go to Bianca Belair versus Natalya versus Billie Kay in a qualifying match for Survivor Series. This match was shit. Generally, this match was awful.
Could not care about this match at all. It's just meh.
I'm going to give this a 1.5 out of 5.
I'd give it like a 1.8.
Yeah. Then we had a Carmella backstage thing. Said the difference between you and me and what the world wants you to be. She said she's the one who makes the shots and makes her own rules. She will do whatever it takes to get ahead. She will always win. Next week the world will know why I am so untouchable. Good promo from Carmella. I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see her back next week. Gonna give that a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd give it probably a 7 out of 10 as well. It's decent.
Yeah. Then we go to Buddy Murphy making his way to the ring with Aaliyah. He says, I'd like to apologise to Ray and Dominic face to face. Of course, Seth Rollins has to make his way out.
Yeah.
Talking about a load of bollocks about I accept you, they won't accept you, they'll never forgive you. I will even marry you right now if you wanted it. Aaliyah, your brother is a coward. Dominic then attacks Seth. Buddy then pulls Dominic off Seth to attack him himself, causing Ray and Dominic and Buddy Murphy to have a fight. And then Ray comes out and Aaliyah stops Ray from 619 and Buddy Murphy. Aaliyah then says, Ray, don't hurt Buddy, I love her. as Ray continues to keep saying, "Come with me," and then it's like, "The last time, come with us," and then she kisses him. Overall, I'm enjoying this storyline. I mean, they've now done a new twist on it, but
Yeah.
it's good. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I've generally enjoyed this segment.
Yeah, I actually like this segment, although I found it a bit weird when she goes to kiss Buddy. I was just like, oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but this is what happens in real life, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'd give it maybe an 8, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think it would have been better if it was not for that kiss. I think saying that you love him is good enough, but that kiss part, I was just like, okay,
But it
that.
kind of
It
cemented
just brought
it,
it
in my
down.
opinion, to her dad is like, oh shit, she kissed him.
Yeah, I don't know. I understand that it's both good and, but I didn't like that particular part for me, so it brings my rating down a bit for that one segment, but I still think it's a great segment anyway.
Yeah. Then we go to Daniel Bryan having a bit of an interview backstage with Kayla. He's asked what happened to Jay, changed his preparation. He said that Jay, over the last few months, has been getting better. I've been preparing for the best Jay. Whoever wins this match will be what is best for SmackDown. Good Daniel Bryan promo.
Yeah.
Trust me, what happens at the end of their match is not best for SmackDown. That very soon. That's a cliffhanger for the end of the show. Also, cliffhanger. Great movie with Sylvester Stallone.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
Then we had the Street Profits versus Cesaro and Nakamura in a non-title match. Dawkins and Ford won. The match was shit. Again.
Yeah, I can't remember if there was any single good matches in this show.
Daniel Bryan
match
versus
was like-
J Uso. The
Oh, that
main
was a
event.
good
It's the
match,
only
yeah.
decent match.
This match was a 2.
Yeah, I
5.
agree.
Just like, okay, that happened, okay, sure.
Yeah, basically,
Sure.
I could have done without watching that. Then Sami Zayn's getting
Yeah.
interviewed about his match against the United States champion at Survivor Series. He said no one's better than him, representing champions of continents. Bobby Lashley, you represent one country, I represent the Intercontinental Championship, and I'm going to prove that it is better than the United States Championship. Good promo from Sami, 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd give it probably a solid 10 out of 10 as well. Pretty
Okay.
decent.
Yeah, very good. Okay, then we go to Sasha Banks making her way to the ring. She discusses ending an era, taking out her backstabbing friend. I'm the leader, the standard, the blueprint. I'm the boss Friday night, and I'm your women's champion, and I'm going to beat Asuka at Survivor Series. And then Bayley interrupts. And like, you're a thief, you stole my chair, you stole my title. Next week, I'm going to beat you and give you another predictable short reign next week. Sasha said, Bayley's so funny, you better bring everything you've got because backstabbing bitches never win.
Oof.
Really good promo between these two. Going to give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty decent. I'd give it maybe a 7.8 out of 10 maybe.
Yeah. Then
Pretty
we
good.
had... Yeah. Then we had Daniel Bryan versus J Uso for a spot on the Survivor Series team. Predictably, during the match, Roman Reigns comes and watches from ringside. J Uso manages to hit his splash for the 3 count. Gonna give the match a 2.75 out of 5. The best match on the show.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is. I'd give it a 2.75 as well. I think the match was good, but, sadly, the other matches on the show could not be as good as this because, of course.
It was good segments, good talking segments, but the wrestling segments were just kind of shit.
Yeah, the segments, the talking segments in the show were amazing. The actual wrestling was trash, most of it.
Yep. Then Jay says that Roman is the head of the table. He said he is with Roman. He then super kicks Daniel Bryan, gives him a splash, takes him outside, hits a splash onto him through the announce table, and then beats him up a little bit more. And we end with Daniel Bryan being destroyed. overall, I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. The J Uso heel turn was fantastic.
I'd give it even maybe like a 9.2 out of 10. I just loved it so much.
Yeah, it was generally the highlight of the show. When Jimmy Uso comes back, we're either going to get Jay versus Jimmy, or Jimmy's just going to pledge his allegiance to Roman.
I think we'll get Jay versus Jimmy. I think that's what WWE should do. Maybe.
And then Jimmy reluctantly joins and then turns like Jay did then. Roman finally wears him down enough to join. Like he's worn Jay down with 2 matches and constant beatdowns.
Yeah.
So yeah. Overall, the storyline with the Usos and Roman is fantastic. Best storyline WWE's got going, hands down, at the moment.
Yeah, it definitely is. I'm actually intrigued by this storyline. It's probably the best thing about Smackdown at the moment, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I'm going to rate the show a 6 out of 10, mainly because the wrestling was piss poor, so it kind of brought the rating down, but the good segments brought it up to above average.
Yeah, I'd give it a 6 out of 10 as well, because the like segments, the talking segments were great. The wrestling was just garbage most of the time, so yeah.
Well, when you got Natalya and Billie Kay in a match, I mean, no offense to both women, but they're not exactly the most gifted athletes in the entire roster.
Yeah.
We also had Street Profits versus Cesaro and Nakamura, who none of them have been relevant, and no one cares about them.
Yeah.
I feel like I just pissed somebody off in the comments with that. I'm sorry, but Nakamura used to be good, but WWE ruined him. Cesaro made...
He did used to be good, because I saw NXT TakeOver against Sami Zayn. That was a fantastic match. Like, one of the best matches I've seen, and it's just like, you know, look at Nakamura now. Jesus Christ, there's a massive difference. Before he was fantastic, now he's meh.
Yeah, same with Cesaro. Cesaro used to be fantastic, and they ruined him, and to be fair, I don't care about the Street Profits. They're alright wrestlers, but their talking just pisses me off so much. I wish they'd just shut up and wrestle. Because an example of a team that just pisses you off, despite the fact they're meant to be baby faces.
Yeah. The Street Profits don't piss me off, really. It's just, I'm just like, okay, they're alright. Then that's just my opinion on them. It's just they're alright. I don't think they're good, I just think they're alright. Nothing special about them, in my opinion.
Definitely not. Now, speaking of being pissed off, I'm still pissed off that EA have not been charged for the murder of Dead Space.
I know! How has it not been charged yet? Jesus Christ, it's been like...
Seriously, get it trending. Hashtag justice for Ellie Langford. Hashtag
yes, please.
Lock up EA. Hashtag EA
yes,
murderers.
Yes, please.
Yes, thank you for watching this rundown. Make sure you've liked it, share and subscribe, and I shall see you all, but hopefully for tomorrow's Halloween stream, or today's Halloween stream, depending on when you're watching this. Good night, and goodbye.